A boy stands alone at the edge of a cliff. Lightning rips the sky behind him. Rain lashes down like 1,000 needles. And in his hands, just a wooden stick. No armor, no sword, no protection from the wrath of the storm. So why is he there? Why face nature's fury with so little? Because he wasn't fighting the storm. He was facing himself. This is the untold power of MiyamotoMusashi, a warrior whose fiercest battles were not fought with blades, but within the depths of his soul. The story begins in a small village, a world torn by chaos. Musashi was born into it. His father, a samurai, became both his first teacher and his first heartbreak. When his father died, Musashi was just a boy, alone, orphaned, thrown into a world that doesn't wait for anyone. But inside him burned a fire, one that grief could not extinguish. At just 13, he challenged a seasoned warrior to a duel. No armor, no blade, just a wooden stick, and an unshakable will. He didn't win with technique. He didn't win with strength. He won with raw grit, with instinct, with the kind of courage that doesn't wait for the odds to be fair. That fight changed everything. It wasn't just a victory. It was a revelation. He discovered the power of resilience. That true courage is not the absence of fear. It's choosing to move forward despite it. From then on, Musashi became a wanderer, a lone traveler across Japan, seeking opponents, testing his limits. Each duel taught him something, not just about fighting, but about himself. He began to understand something few ever do. That mastery isn't about perfection. It's about progress. It's about failing, learning, evolving. It's about getting sharper every time you fall. By his 20s, Musashi was a legend in the making, one of the most feared swordsmen in the land. But instead of settling, he chose a different path, a harder one. He became a ronin, a masterless samurai, alone, untethered, free. He lived off the land, slept beneath the stars, pushed himself beyond the edge of exhaustion. People whispered. Some called him reckless, others insane. But Musashi knew what they didn't. That freedom has a cost, and mastery requires sacrifice. To truly grow, you have to walk away from comfort, from certainty, from the noise of others' expectations. One night, with a storm raging around him, Musashi climbed a mountain. Wind screamed, lightning struck. The heavens seemed to challenge him, but he climbed anyway, step by step, soaked, shivering, driven by something deeper than fear. At the summit, he looked down on the chaos, and in that moment, he felt alive, because that's what growth is. It's not found in safety. It's found when you stare into the storm and keep walking anyway. Years later, he faced Sasaki Kojiro, a towering warrior with a massive blade, known as the Demon of the West. Musashi arrived late to their duel. Deliberately, while Kojiro seethed, Musashi sat on a boat, calmly carving a wooden sword. When the time came, they met on a beach, waves crashing, storm clouds above, tension in the air. One strike. That's all it took. Musashi ended the duel, not through strength, not through speed, but through timing. He understood something crucial. Patience is power. Timing is everything. He didn't celebrate. He simply turned and walked away, because his journey wasn't over. As he grew older, Musashi retreated to a cave. There, in solitude, he wrote the Book of Five Rings. At first glance, it's a combat manual, but look closer. It's a guide to life. He wrote about strategy, perception, adaptability, how to stay grounded in chaos. One line stands out: perceive that which cannot be seen. It means learning to see beyond the surface, to anticipate what's coming. In battle, it's knowing your opponent's next move. In life, it's understanding people, patterns, and purpose, while others remain blind. Musashi died alone. No wealth, no heirs, just a legacy. written in discipline, struggle, and unmatched wisdom. Centuries later, his teachings still live on. Why? Because they speak to all of us. To anyone willing to fight for greatness. To anyone chasing mastery. To anyone brave enough to grow. You have that spark in you. Right now, you don't need a sword. You don't need all the answers. You just need a wooden stick. That one thing you're holding on to. When the world says it's not enough, that's where it starts. Growth happens in the discomfort, in the quiet, in the moments when it's just you and the storm. Learn to be alone with yourself. Listen, reflect, strip away the noise, the distractions, the pressure to be someone else. You're already enough. Now build from there. Do nothing which is of no use, Musashi wrote. Focus. Simplify. Cut away the excess. You weren't born to live small. You were born to climb, to overcome, to leave a mark. It won't be easy, but the view at the top, it's worth every drop of sweat. So take that first step. Face your storm. Climb your mountain. Write your story. This is your legacy, not for the world, but for you. Start right where you are, because that wooden stick in your hand, it's more than enough.